And load the right profile. Back at the shaman village. So there are a few things I want to accomplish today. To kind of recap was we just finished Ansbach's quest and defeated Gaius last session. So I wanted some more blessings. This session, though, I'm thinking I'd like to go through the Abyssal Woods and possibly Messmer. I don't know if I'll go through the kind of old ruin, the raw ruins entirely, but probably a majority there. So let's see. I could go through that tower, but I haven't done Ymir's questline yet, so I may do that secondarily, because there's one other thing I want to do first, and that actually requires us to go back to the base game. And I'm trying to remember, because I think it's here. And the closest grace, I'm guessing, is here. We'll ride Torrent straight through. You'll laugh at me for doing this, but I'm gonna go get the Unseen Form spell, just because I cannot parry. So trying to get past the old ones, I'm going to try to be very sneaky. Oh goodness. I'm hoping the lagging doesn't persist. I updated my graphics card yesterday, so we shall see. Yeah, I thought I picked that up, but I guess I just didn't venture forth through here. I'm hoping not to linger long. I know the description says this is for the DLC, and I hate to be deceiving, but this is just a quick side trip. Kind of like how you do a pit stop right before a long journey. Uh-oh. That doesn't bode well. Excuse me. And sorry for the congestion. I've got some weather coming through, and so my sinuses have decided to act up. Touch 3, Phantom Crest. There's one in the front, one towards the side, and then the last one's up on the hill. I'll get Torrent. Excuse me. There it is. So long, little imp. And then I think the next one is... There's the rise. That's not yet there. I think it's like right about here. Goodness, having all kinds of issues this morning. Between my throat clearing and the game tearing. And interestingly, it was only with Elden Ring that I was able to get it to do this. I'm hoping it stabilizes out the longer it runs. not, I may have to abandon it. I hope not. 'Cause I feel bad I was already starting late today. So I intended to be on much earlier. Dismount. And I wish it would give you like an on-screen prompt to let you know that the tower was there. Oh, I made them mad. But I see it now. There we go. And that painting always eludes me, where it looks so much like one that would have a reward to it, but it's just an asset. So now, I'm guessing we go through the Darklight Catacombs, because that'll get us to the Abyssal Woods. Actually, no. I guess we could do Ymir's first. I'll have to take the elevator up, though. I need to remember just to not leave it this way. So Ymir is just as a warm-up, because still getting reacclimated to the controls. I downloaded and started playing the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds yesterday, and so my muscle memory for the fingers is completely off, since the attack buttons and everything are just ever so slightly different. Which I guess I could go through and remap them. Go through the hinterlands. Or is this the wrong order? Because I think Ymir will let you do it, but prefers it in a certain way. So let's do this one instead. And I'll equip the spell at Disgrace. Let's see. Take these off because I'm not using them. So we've got Comet and the Blade. Do like the Phalanx. I don't use the bow as often as I thought I would. Trying to see what else I have. I guess just Unseen Form to keep it simple. Because I'm going to try to use it through here as well. That way it can mask Torrent and I. Because I actually, in my first playthrough, made it through this area largely unscathed by the lampreys. But I have a just sneaking feeling that things never happen the same way twice. So I'm in for some trouble for this one. Yeah, and I don't have the gravitation spells yet, so I'll need to remember where to get those. I'll swap this out for the scepter. Yeah, I got that. Freitas. I need to clean up my inventory. I've got some extra stuff in there now. So I usually only like keeping on hand what I actually use, rather than everything all together. For most games, if they have a trusty inventory system, I've been scorned many a time where you put something in a chest and it disappears on you. So I can see it both ways. Admittedly, after all the trouble I had with Lords of the Fallen, I was so dubious of their chest I refused to use it. Just because even my save states were not safe. And I probably should put that in the dominant hand. Oh well. We'll just run it and see and hope for the best. Because there's my destination is dead ahead. Don't be a caster. Just kind of giving everyone a wide berth. That way, I'll be here just momentarily, and they won't have to take notice. Welcome in, Diomedes. Inventory space not used as wasted inventory space. I admit I am kind of a hoarder when it comes to certain games. I like collecting all the things, especially like in Elden Ring where it has a little flame that sits above the item to let you know that something's there. Oh, it's such a temptation. But welcome in. How's your Saturday treating you?
Oh, there you are. The exalted timbre of the bell has reached these ears of mine. Gracious, the starry sky is wondrous tonight indeed. Only your fate shines brighter. Now, these are for you. Think nothing of it. I have made my decision to be of help. May the gleaming stars guide you evermore. You met your Lan. Well, I hope that she behaved at least. The poor girl has overcome grave misfortune. Her tongue can be sharp at the best of times, but don't think that makes her a bad person. It's no surprise her little sister, too, has a heart of gold. I fear that you have borne witness to the
This is one of the best quotes in the game here in just a moment.
The democracy of the world built upon the Earth Tree. The follies of men. Their bitter suffering. Is there no hope for redemption? The answer, sadly, is clear. There never was any hope. They were each of them defective. Unhinged from the start. Marika herself. And the fingers that guided her. And this is what troubles me. No matter our efforts, if the roots are rotten, then we have little recourse.
If the roots are rotten, there is little recourse. I love that so much for lore reasons.
Ever young Mikola saw things for what they were. He knew that his bloodline was tainted, his roots mired in madness. A tragedy if ever there was one. That he would feel compelled to renounce everything when the blame lay squarely with the mother.
But a lot of sleeping? I admit I started my day rather late today as well. I intended to be started probably an hour ago, but wanted to do some additional audio testing and things beforehand. Ooh, I've got an equipped load of heavy. I'm glad I saw that. Wonder what makes it heavy. I'll have to look and see. Surely that scepter doesn't weigh a lot.
May the gleaming stars...
Yeah, heavy load. Take my perfume bottle off. And still heavy. How much do you weigh? 3 pounds? Oh. Do I have the jar's arsenal on? I do not. Do I have it? Next question. I'll have to look back at the footage, because I don't think I was heavy load when I fought Gaius. In the bin you go. And then talisman-wise... yeah, they are at the end. So do I have... no, I don't. I guess I missed out on Nefeli's quest line in the base game. Or no, I do. I'm just blind. It was right in front of me. I have the lesser form. Because I did not challenge the Great Jar Arsenals group. Which I'm not inclined to do so. I'll go ahead and do this instead. We'll go to the Hitherland. I thought there was a grace in the shaman village, but I guess not. That's alright, I don't need to be precisely in there anyway. Because now I should be... yes. Okay. So I get to try that tactic next time. And I have 2 angry horsemen up here that I could fight, because I think there's even a summon sign for Jorlin here, or Jory, or... no, it's not Jory. What is her name? Uh-oh. I wish they would fight each other, but seeing as they're on the same side, it's unlikely. Run, Torrent, run! Good, they de-aggroed. And here's another adorable little bit coming up regarding the finger creepers. I think it's when you crest not this hill but the next, you'll get to see that they travel in herds. It's very much a Jurassic Park moment. I'll go over here to avoid the lampreys just to see if I can see it. Might be the next. It's been a while since I've been through here. Let's see if we can see their migration pattern. There they are. So you have the 2 main ones. And then the little ones... it's like they do travel in herds. Nasty little things. And I think this is too sheer of a drop coming up, but... let's see... This doesn't bode well with me, all that heavy fog. But it looks like it just cleared. There's the drop I was worried about. And our destination is center there. Oof. I don't know how they managed to do that, but alright. It's gonna be like that, is it? Oh. Nasty. Get behind some rocks. So I knew there was gonna be another one. Let's see. Oh. Still managed it. How about we play with the Mimic too? Just give them some fodder to play with. Meanwhile, I will try to disappear. Because all I want to do is run over here and blow this horn. Although I may have just inadvertently messed up a quest line. I think I had to do it in between of where I should have blown the first horn, rested at the grace, and then the throne would have moved so I could go fight the sister below. So I can get the invasion. Let's find out. 'Cause I believe Ymir's on his throne now.
Why, you poor thing. Another bad dream, Yuri. Put that rotten thing out of your mind. That tangled mess can't hurt you.
And he's actually cradling one.
Hello there. I heard another sound, colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above. Oh yes. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come. Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start? Well, the truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother. A true mother who will not give birth to further malady. May you join the glimmering stars above.
And let's see if she has anything to say. Because again, I think I may have messed up this quest line.
I told you once, I've no interest in companionship. But I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order. Ymir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night. I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose, our service to Count Ymir. No.
Then I'll rest here to see if he leaves the throne. Looks like it. Start meddling with things. And one small attention to detail that they did here is this is, at least by my account, more structurally sound rather than just having the throne be directly above the pit. So kudos to that design of where I was worried at first, like you're literally sitting on the precipice of a chasm. Alright. But that slab seemed to support it, or at least it wouldn't fall through very easily. Now, let's see if we get invaded. I don't think we will. Oh, we do. Excellent. Now this is going to be a bit of a challenge, because these individuals are rather nasty. Well, apparently I'm a liar. They were rather nasty, at least in my first playthrough. Because those claws inflict bleed. And where I was playing as a half-caster, I had to create a lot of distance between myself and those claws. And I'll pop back up here and let her know that, hey, I've seen your sister. And she wasn't very nice. Ymir said she has a heart of gold, but apparently she didn't like my face.
Now, be on your way. Stop. What did you just say? Wait, no. Say nothing. I have one star alone, and only his words will do. I will say this much. I am in your debt, but I will hear no more. I have one star alone, and only his words will do. Be on your way. I will hear no...
Okay.
Forgive me. I failed you. Failed to birth you whole. But it won't be long now. I will soon be a mother. I will give you new life. I assure you. You will have life.
I don't think he has any dialogue when you come up and disturb him.
Please, will you allow the two of us this time alone? It isn't much to ask.
Nope, it is not. Forgive the intrusion. And see if we can't get rid of some of those runes. I did defeat Gaius, so I think maybe I can go buy his armor. Yeah, that'll help. Well, I say that, and I've got so many. And he doesn't have pants because his wife had them. But he does have a helm. Well, that wasn't as nearly as many runes as I was hoping to spend. To the maidens. And I really don't use the items that much. Well, that'll do nicely. Let's get these up to 90, just for a nice round number. There we go. Hey, welcome in, Simons. How are you doing today? Do I stream daily? Not at this point. I'm typically live on Saturdays. How about yourself? I see VT afterwards. Games I usually play, so far it's been Elden Ring and Small Land Survive the Wilds, so more of the RPG adventure. I really like the dark fantasy type. I'm hoping to get to the point where I can do Black Myth Wukong streams again as well. And any new titles that come out. So more of that, I'd say, third-person RPG. And this, as fair warning, will probably go very poorly. I've not fought her not as a caster. And I don't have the Chain of Thorns to really help with this one. Alrighty then. Let's give this one a try. Basically took the brunt of that entire attack. You make graphic stuff for streamers. I'd welcome you to join our Discord to take a look at it. I actually have quite a few people that have advertised so far. If they're interested in that. I'd love to see the work, but I'm actually not in the position to take on any commission work at the moment. It's always in threes with her. Let's see if I can get this off. Alright, first try. I was surprised. But the Mimic largely did a lot of that work. Let's see. Go to the Grace and get her Remembrance. I'm trying to remember if the spell or the staff are better. Because I don't think her spell's very good. Oh, it's not even a spell, it's a club. And this is the one that lets you cast... Let's see. Sorceries and incantations, that's right. Yeah, you're welcome. I have a social advertising section on the Discord. Feel free to pop in and post your information there. And it's a staff, and I think somber. And then I have to do back and back invasions in order to finish that quest line. Which, the first invasion didn't go poorly, but we'll see how this next one does. Let's see. Go with... I really don't need all of these stones, but why not? Just because I would hate to lose the runes. And then back to Ymir. Because Yolan will be very upset with me. And no summoning on this one. So this should be interesting, because he's an annoying caster. Not as bad as Gideon by all means, but... Oh, I think I have to examine this first.
What have you done? You've wounded Count Ymir most irreparably, such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concerns.
Ooh, the lag. Oh no.
Oh, my dear star, a fine mother. You will be.
My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here, at my fingers. I will be the true mother. And I will be the only mother. My dear child.
The fact he managed that.
Forgive me, Yuri. Truly, I desired to be your mother.
Well, he managed one of them. Okay, my fears were unjust. I managed that one a lot easier than I thought I would. But again, this character is ridiculously leveled, so I'm going to attribute more of that to that skill, or excuse me, to those levels rather than my skill. That one enhances finger sorceries, but this is the one that lets you cast both. I hate how similar the designs are. So easy to conflate the two. I can put this back on the offhand since I no longer need to use it while riding. And again, we have plenty of runes. So I'm thinking, let me go back to the Grace once more, spin these, and then we'll go through the Darklight Catacombs to get to the Abyssal Woods. Or you can all mock me as a coward, because I am going to be a very stealthy little person through that area. And let's see. Darklight Catacombs. Put on my little light, even though the first one should be illuminated already. I can never remember which side you're on. There you are. And then, let's see. Don't want to play Pogo. Oof, you still managed. And they still hit very hard. I thought after getting the blessings from Gaius that would help. I may have to go through Raw. Or Raw. We'll see. Let's see. This is where... This isn't quite where the big one is yet, is it? No pogo stick for you. That loops back around that way. And the lights are up there. I'll go turn on the lights at least. Unexpected backstab. That's nice. And then the light's over this way. No one in here. Oh, I thought I murdered you. Apparently I missed. Yes, and the broken platform leads to not quite a secret, but at least a slightly different area. I believe there's an armor set over here. I think it's one of the Death Knights. Yeah. I do like that set. Poor thing, your club's too heavy. And down we go. To a very long ladder. And the path ahead was clear. Oh, goodness. I still think the hitboxes on that's a little broken. Okay, so put me back here. Not too far back, I guess. And we'll pop down here again. Try to strike you before you cast. This really shouldn't make that much of a difference, but let's just see. There we go. That's the way I came down. So for this one, turn my little lantern on. So I believe this leads the other way. And down's the destination. I know there's one in here somewhere. There you are. Now the goal will be get to the next stake. Because Jory will be a challenge. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about you. Well, so much for that dodge. There we are. And now, like a crazy run. I think because he already knows that I'm in here, this will be pretty fruitless, but let's just see. There we are. And I don't think there's anything really of value that way. I think my preferred destination is just down, down, down. Because it's really the armor set that's the main thing of use for me. I keep thinking that they're going to put an imp around one of these corners. Oh goodness, sorry about that. I had an itchy nose. Apparently scratching that causes the VTuber to go crazy. Ah, here we are. And again, I have a feeling Jory is going to murder my poor self. Probably should have healed beforehand, but that's okay. We'll do this. Ouch. Yep. Ooh, Jory, you hit hard. Wrong one. Goodness. Gonna get squashed. Double slapped. I'm just letting my mimic carry me. Goodness. This may be death because it froze. That actually worked. Alright then, that was an inelegant way to win, but I'll take it. So I admit the area ahead will be quite frustrating, I imagine. So there's Jory down. And I need to read this armor set just to make sure it does what I think it does. So I remember I needed both to get through. Forged to make no sound. Okay. Meanwhile, I've got clanky boots and everything. 'Cause now we're in the Abyssal Woods. But I think I'll be safe for a little while. And rule number 1 when you're being stealthy, turn off the light. Yeah, because I think this is just to kind of set the ambiance of the area. Which, I will admit, is one of my favorites in the entire DLC. They did a wonderful job with this. Yes, the Abyssal Woods. And this area is actually where I left my co-op character. I beat the DLC with him, but I just tried to find a thematic area to leave him. Like, my merchant hangs out with the other merchant that plays Gearman's theme from Bloodborne. I left him there, and then my co-op character actually lives here. And then there's an invasion due north, or excuse me, due south. Poor mad sheep. The maddening hand, or madding hand. There we are. It was a game of stamina, and I thankfully won out. But now we're getting to the dangerous part of the woods. I don't think they're quite here yet. And I've got an unfortunate amount of runes. There's one. Yeah, there you are. Let me see if I can't get to the church. Because I don't think they're quite around that yet. See if I can't get some health back from you. There we are. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, because there's the map. And my beloved perfume bottles. Your bleating causes madness? Like, I guess it's the same as screaming in that regard. Nice. Don't think that's quite enough for another level. I wish it were, but I'll check anyway. I'll actually go upgrade that too, just to have. Yeah, no. Sadly not. This is the furthest point. From the woodland trail, I think you go north, then south. Let's get rid of those runes first, because I know the old ones will just destroy me. Of those, 6 of these, 8 of these. I don't need those. Let me do the upgrades first and then I'll waste the rest on stones.
Now.
Yeah, these do take standard. Okay. I thought so, because you can change the Ash of War on them, but... this had cause to doubt, I suppose. And I think my Mimic is max tier? Yes. Because I admittedly unlocked that and just kind of let it carry me in many ways. Buy 10 of these. I shorted myself there. Now we're getting into the higher dollar ones. Okay. That's a amount of runes I am comfortable losing. Again, not that I need them, but it just grinds me that I spent so long in the base game, because I play it vanilla without any mods, grinding for levels, and then in the DLC, you have an abundance of runes. But it is nice that they at least thought of that, as futile as it is to try to gain levels that way. And this one I will switch back to having this in the main hand, because I will be spamming this spell a lot. Go away, sheep. And I'm trying to remember the route that I took in the original, because it was a high path, not a low one. Just so I could avoid them. Because there he is. I don't know if it was necessarily this one that I crept past. think we're almost through. Just a little bit further. I think there's only like 5 or 6 of these. And maybe not even that many. So there should be another one ahead. They purposely put this fog in just to mess with you. Because I may run right into one. See if I can get through. I'm seeing bloodstains, which is not a good sign. There you are. How I've been spotted, I don't know. Madness is going to overtake me here in a moment. Yep, I think I'm dead. He's going to keep pursuing. I think this might be death. Somehow I lived. For now. I'm dead now, though. Unless I made it to the manse. I don't think I did. I did. Sort of. Elite Young 8. Thank you for the lovely message. I actually do have a Discord already. If you go to the main page of Twitch, feel free to click on that link and join me there. I'd be happy to have your company. Because the more the merrier. I don't think it's around this corner. So I think this is just invoking more trouble. Well, no, because there's the Inquisitors. I may have made it. If so, that's wonderful news. This is an area that Torrent fears to dwell. I did. Okay. Made it to the manse. Well, I better not count my things before they've hatched, because I'm not there yet. I'm close, but not there. There we are. I can see it, and I can almost touch it. These poor souls. Because that looks painful. Now let me get to the grace. Please.
Leave. Now. Come no closer. No closer, I say. The man is worse.
Put that back. I don't think I'll be using that through here. And I don't really see the harm in leaving that spell on. I welcome you, O an uninvited guest. But I must warn, as you venture in, heed the words of our great master Midra. Approach not the madness, lest ye succumb. This was my favorite part of the DLC. I love the manse, I love the lore behind it, and even the path to get to it was at times frustrating, but I love the hauntedness and the scariness of the woods. They actually made a danger that you cannot easily thwart. Now, the secret is if you can parry, you can take care of them quite easily. I never learned to parry, though, so the threat is very real for me. And let's see how bad this goes, because I admit I'm not very good at fighting these guys. Because he should appear down the hallway. I don't think he appears in that side room. There he is. Oof. Pain. There we go. My poor health bar. Now granted, I could revitalize myself with these guys, but in the abundance of paranoia. Haunted spirits. I think there's 2 more through this area. At least 1 down this upcoming hallway. Oh, and you throw stuff from the top. Forcing you down this corner. Betrayed. And at least you're felled for now. I'll go ahead and heal, because I know there's another grace not too far off. Now, where is that lever? Other than an unexpected hug from you. thought I was around this corner, but I may not have ventured far enough in yet. There's the burned books. And this should lead me back to where I was. Shouldn't it? Yeah, it's the banquet hall. So I made a full circle. Got distracted by the foes. Let's see if I can follow this ghost. Yep. Sure enough. Thank you, other player. You led me right to where I wanted to be. Because now the bookshelves will move, allowing me passage this way. There it is. I also need to put back my regular armor. So let me take a pause and do that real quick. And I don't remember how troublesome you are, so you first, followed by you, and then your item. Oh, I missed one. Forgive me for excluding you. Yay, a Vergere cosplay. Nice. Let's see what this ghost has to say. I beg you, stop. Haven't I taken enough? Are we not brethren, our common in line? Common in our line? And yet you only offer cruelty. I ask, what crime did great Midra commit? Well, there's quite a few that he did. The main one being inciting the frenzied flame. Oh, the poor hood's covered in red. And then the book for these is further up. Look more like a red cap than a black one. And I'm going to be a coward and go for the grace first, and then come back for the rats. I always forget you can see him from here. Yep, you are accurate. I think they were wearing Rakshasa's armor too. So, grace unlocked. Well, I completely botched that. Well. And I will sit at the grace. But not just yet, because I don't think there's anything down there that I want. I think it's in the section ahead with Nanaya's torch. I don't think I unlocked any shortcuts yet. So I'll go ahead and take a seat. knowing that I have to be careful if I do decide to backtrack. I'm trying to remember if I can get there from here. I think I can. Don't think I have to move anything just yet. Maybe I do. I think I do. Yeah, because that bookshelf moves. That's right. So there's the ladder up. I think it was 2 hops down. There we go. And I've probably been spotted. Let's see. Excuse me. This is the shortcut back. Yeah. And upward we go. Okay, now I remember. This moves this, and I should go back to the last one to kind of hop across. Because now I have access to that. Although, I may be able to make it from here. Maybe. Because that's... Okay, I know where I'm at. And I jumped short. Upward we go again. Thankfully they were really kind and put a ladder here. There we go. Had to get enough momentum to jettison across. And now this jump will be a little bit tricky. But made it. And here lies Nanaya. I suspect a finger maiden for the frenzied flame. I would like the item, please. Because this one... A torch made by attaching the dying flame of frenzy to a small spinal column. In a distant land in an age long past was a man born who failed to become the Lord of Frenzied Flame. All that remains of him is cradled gently by Nanaya. All her fault. I think she corrupted Midra. Oof. Your retaliation was better than mine. There we are. I was hoping to do a better plunge attack, but sadly no. And then this way, I'm going to go ahead and heal up, because I think there's another Grace up ahead. There's 2 of you in this room. Yes. Because I showed you the far one as bait. And then the third. Yep, they did it twice. Oh well. Still an effective trap if it works, that even though you know it's there. And I think their Metyr right there. And down we go. Breaking that in our process. Alright, and this may be yet another fight where I do poorly. I've had good luck so far today, so I don't mean to keep underselling things, but Midra was one of the first ones that I really struggled with in the DLC. I love it, cinematically, but I admit I'm not very good at it. And I think that has largely to do with the build that I had, where I was just so ineffectual against him. But in this case, if I cheat and summon the Mimic, it might do alright. Ah, welcome in, Maeve Billy. How are you doing today? It's going fairly well, although I'm about to get trounced by Midra. How's your day going? Oh, my pleasure. I'm delighted to have anyone stop by and chat. So it's only nice that we ask each other how we're doing. I'm glad Saturday's treating you well. Which is more than I can say for poor Midra. The stream's going pretty well. It's been a fairly quiet one so far, but we've managed to accomplish quite a bit. We took care of Midra, Ymir, and now we're about to take on Midra. So this should be interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to get wiped on the floor very quickly.
The depths of your foolishness!
And he's going to grab me. Yep. I locked myself in the animation and let the old man grab me.
Enough. I have endured more than enough. I ask you forgive me, dearest Nanaya.
Squelch. Seems I'm new to streaming. I am. I started just in January. This is, I think, my 5th or 6th stream in total. Hence the kind of empty chat, and why I'm so grateful I can actually chat one-on-one with anyone who shows up. I kind of set out with a goal of, I created the VTuber in early January, and then started streaming mid-January. So far it's just the one, and I typically stream on Saturdays, but I do have the occasional off one where I've saved streamed on a Thursday or a Friday. See if I can get my mimic out. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Yeah, Saturdays so far. And then possible evenings. I'm still kind of feeling out a schedule to see what works. This one I suspect would be rather dull because people are kind of gearing up for the American Super Bowl Sunday. So they may be out shopping and doing other things.
The depths of your foolishness!
What do I do besides streaming? I originally started off on making content on YouTube. That's commentary-less. But then I've now started uploading the VODs. And then in my daylight, I actually am in the IT field, where I do server, firewall administration, and end-user desktop support. Sorry, Midra, I'll skip your cutscene for now. And get burned to death. Play with a mimic. There we are. Whew, second time was the try. That worked out nicely. And as far as IT being really appreciated, thank you. That's not something that we often hear in the profession. Although I do take it back. The users I've tend to deal with are really appreciative of what we do. But it's one of those of, we know that in the field that you never want to see the IT person come to your desk. Usually that means something's gone terribly wrong by the time I show up. But if we can fix it quickly for you, that means you can be on your way that much faster, and that's the satisfying bit for me. And then, have I played any other games besides that? I have played Elden Ring primarily, just because I know it's a more popular one, and I've played through it before, so I'm familiar with it. But I've also played Smallands, Survive the Wilds, which is more of a kind of adventure RPG with a really gorgeous setting. And then, kind of off-stream, I've played Dragon's Dogma 2 and Black Myth Wukong. They're primarily featured on the YouTube channel. I'm hoping to get to the point where I feel well enough to play Black Myth Challenge Mode on stream, but I'm still kind of in recovery, so I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And goodness, I've got some runes now, so that takes care of Midra. I'm looking forward to seeing some new titles. I downloaded the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds yesterday and started it. I've never played any of the Monster Hunter series, so we'll see how that one goes. But I'm certainly looking forward to new titles to play on stream, whether they're new releases or oldies but goodies, because I have a sneaking suspicion it may only be a few more streams till we beat the DLC. Because I just flew through Midra and Metyr this morning. What about Pokemon, gacha, horror, RPGs, and FPS games? You are right up my alley. I played Pokemon since it's an early release, and I think the last one I played was Sun and Moon. I'm not quite sure how to stream those because I don't really have a capture card or an emulator for them. Plus, I don't want Nintendo to get mad at me. And horror games are my all-time favorite. There's a few of them that I've been contemplating to play on stream, but they're more of walking sims, so I don't know how interesting they would be. Of the recent ones, Silent Hill's remake was really good. I enjoyed that one. And then RPGs, oh yes, I love those, but FPS's a little less so. I can't really recall one that I've really enjoyed in the past decade, other than maybe the Borderlands series. But what sort of games do you enjoy? You have quite the list there. Horror games. What horror game is my favorite? I love the Little Nightmares series. Little Nightmares 2 was good. Layers of Fear, when it was released in 2016. I'm not a fan of what they've done to it after the fact, but the original release was really good. And then, trying to think of what was some of the other horror ones. I'm not a VR player at all, but the remake of Seventh Guest I thought was an adorable take on the horror genre. Yeah, a lot of the modern horror ones with that list, Phasmophobia, Alien Isolation, Outlast. But tell me a little bit more about the gacha games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. I've seen those advertised, and I've always admired the art style on them, but I have no idea how they actually play. Are they more like idle games, or are they in the traditional like Final Fantasy turn-based? So I admit I've been curious about them because their artwork is amazing. Alright, so got that taken care of. So that's Midra, Metyr. I wonder if we just go to Messmer. That'd be kind of nice to have those cutscenes all together. Or, oh, the Putrescent Knight. I still have him. See if I can get Thalia to advance.
I had something I wish to tell you. I'm heading south. I've recalled something that Sir Moore said. He discovered deep purple water lilies blooming on the southern shore. That must be where St. Trina was left to wither away.
And do I have everything from you? Because you're going to disappear soon. Yeah, think I'm all set.
Just give me the word if you need any more poison.
Down to the depths we go. I almost forgot about the Putrescent Knight. You used to enjoy playing a lot of games, but now you watch streamers. I admit I'm about the same, of where I think I watch more than I actually play. And that kind of vicarious satisfaction of, well, I'm glad I didn't buy that game, versus still getting to enjoy the story passively. It's a joy in of itself. Okay, and I do have that equipped still. Good. So the streamers that you watch, are they usually like live action individuals? No audio, or excuse me, no commentary? Or do you like watching a lot of the VTuber scene? So I'm curious how you found me, because I know I'm so small. Oh, definitely. Because the streamers, I think, give you just that... I don't want to say real, because those who curate their content are just as real. But that initial reaction that a streamer can give you. Especially where you can see it happening in real time. Just like for my purposes, I am an average player at best, so deaths and other things are going to have really common occurrences. And I do have a Discord. If you go to the top of the Twitch page, there should be a link to it. It's, again, very bare bones since I'm just getting started out, but we do have a few members there already. Go. And I think I'll go ahead and heal just because I know there's an abundance of these guys. I don't think that's where the other Grace is. I think it's around this corner, actually. Oh dear. See if I can get this off. There we go. Ah, splendid. Thank you. I will definitely be taking a look at that after the stream. Strategically, I don't have Discord set up on the computer that I game on, just to kind of prevent any noise or extra distractions. So I'll take a look at that later. And thank you. I always definitely appreciate the outreach. That's part of the reason why I took up streaming, is the community engagement. Some of my favorite streamers have this really awesome ability of where they can actually hold a conversation and game at the same time. I don't know if I can do that as well as them. I'm hoping it's just a matter of practice. But it was something I definitely admired and want to kind of emulate. But yes, if you do check out the Discord, again, it's rudimentary at best, but it does have some initial sections. Got a welcome one, and we have a section for Elden Ring that's sparsely populated, but as well as other games and other things as well. So if there's anything that's missing on it, do let me know and I can happily add that. Perfect, thank you. The Discord is for as much as me as it is for you all as well. There were two here. There we go. Oh, these do sleep. I forgot about that. And I think these two are passive until aggroed. If they start shooting at me from behind, I'll know better. And this descent is quite challenging. Because it's not this part with the birds and the sniping stones. It's honestly the misbegotten and the skeletons that I had the most trouble with. And then imagine my dismay if we make it all the way down here and then you've got to deal with the Putrescent Knight. Which, he was the first boss in the DLC that legitimately made me rage. I think I died 30 some odd times the same night just trying to thwart him. And I went to bed rather angry. Woke up the next morning and decided that I would get really good at that boss and use Holy just to kind of even the score. I think I've missed the drop for the sword. So I found a way to spam the dickens out of Wave of Gold to thwart him. And then I put my summon sign down many, many times just to be rid of him. Because that was a popular co-op section when this launched. I don't think I can get back to it. I think I had to go a different way. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as soon as I'm done streaming, I try to check the Discord afterwards. That's the way down, but that drop will kill me. So I think I've got to go a little bit further down. Maybe it's off to this side. I'm sorry for the lag. After I updated my NVIDIA graphic drivers, Elden Ring has not been happy. So I'll have to take a look into why it's doing that. That's the way down. Okay. I can come back at a later time to do that. I'll just go get the graces. Because I don't believe the sword disappears. I think it's just a MacGuffin to go fetch. I try to go for about 3. This one where I started so late today, I don't know if I'll go the full extent of it. And let's see if I can do this. Nope, matters not. Oh well. And then the next move is towards that one. These are just exploding ones. Oh, thank you. The design for the VTuber is actually of my own creation, so I drew and rigged it all myself. I did. And that was part of the kind of art challenge of where I've admired VTubers for a long time. And as I have a background in tech, I couldn't shake the feeling that it was something that was obtainable. I just would have to teach myself the software. That's what I set out to do earlier this month. And I went for a kind of, I don't want to say rudimentary design, but something that I knew that I could do, so that inspired the overall design and concept as well. Because I don't mean to besmirch the existing VTuber community, but a lot of them are very anime and very cutesy, and I think those are great for the personalities who kind of puppeteer them, but the way my voice is and the way my personality goes, I don't think that that would necessarily be fitting. So I wanted something a little different. And this is the part I'm going to struggle with. These skeletons. And this misbegotten. There we go. And sometimes I can get lucky and he'll actually destroy himself. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Oh. That was good timing on that. Thank you. Because I don't think he can make that jump. And I struggle with that jump as well, so I sympathize. Alright, so that went not flawless, but a lot better than it could have. I'll have to try to remember how to get to that Sword of St. Trina. Because I think it's actually from a different grace, because there's the main fissures with the Michaelis Cross. I'll take a quick look, now that I've unlocked that other one. And yes, I am absolutely stalling so I don't have to fight the knight again. Because I don't know how this character will fare. I would imagine better than my normal one, just because of the sheer investiture of the levels. But I could be mistaken. There we go. Before I get too far down, I think it's actually this way? Although that looks rather steep. Let's see. I thought so. Because this should lead towards the sword. I'll go ahead and take a potion just in case. So I think this way is death. Yeah, memory serves. That way is not the way to go. But this way, I might be able to survive this fall. Just bust my knees in the process. Surprisingly not. Although there is an ambush through here of all the blubbies. So excuse me. Oh, I got slimed. Off. Nastiness. There we go. Not on me. That's all I wanted. I will leave you in peace. Apparently they weren't quite done with me yet. Nasty. Just like the lily, please. And I can't open my map because I'm in combat. See how far the slimes will follow. Good. So now we'll go to the Fisher Depths and fight my dear old friend. Although I think with myself and the Mimic this should be just fine. So I have the sword, although it's not... It's missing one level. Question is, do I go back and do that? Nah. That should be alright. My damage will suffer a little bit, but the stats investiture I have should fix that. Alrighty. Blech. Let's see. I forget what you say. I wonder if you hit a coffin on the way down. That or maybe the tarnish is just made of different material, because this fall... I have to say, in co-op, this is the more agonizing bit of it, because the boss door is so far from the gate. By the time the co-op summons get involved... Yeah, I'll summon Thalia, why not? And by the time the co-op summons get involved, the host is either half dead, majority dead, or on its way to be dead. Let's see how this does. A stamina regen for a moment. Mistimed all of those. It's bouncy time. Almost. There we go. Oof. Too soon. Uh-oh. Then he'll do the backwards one, or forward. Again, my fears were unfounded. This character is such a cheap one. I overleveled it on purpose for the base game, but it seems to be serving me just fine for the DLC as well. Now, where's my poke? There we go. And now we get to do St. Trina's bit.
St. Trina. Oh, St. Trina.
I'm going to de-equip this and this, just so it doesn't get in the way.
sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice.
And now I get to make St. Trina's #1 fan very jealous.
Hello. Thank you for your help. Without it, I wouldn't have seen St. Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long. Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me. And only me. I am gone. Adrift in so that I may hear. Let me be.
And I think he's going to repeat himself
I am
now.
gone so that I let me be.
And now for this part. Why any sane person would want to do this is beyond me, but excuse me, that's insinuating that the Tarnished were sane to begin with. And I really hate how they handled it, where they actually show the death in the back corner there. But at least they put your runes a little bit closer.
I am gone so that I let me be.
I think I have to do it 3 times, then I hear her voice. And down the hatch. And rinse and repeat. I give major kudos to the individuals who originally found this out. They must be playtesters or someone of the like, where you'd think after the 3rd time you wouldn't continue doing this. And if this one serves, this should be the last one for this round.
Why won't you share your voice with me? Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice. Please, leave me alone. Please.
Mikhail, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
go ahead and get back into this one. Let me see. Oh, I lied. Let me do one more thing on my side. There we go. Now I should be back. I had to make sure I wasn't muted still. And I think I'm going to go ahead and equip my shield back, because I think I'm going to have a very mad Tholier. Because he's going to be jealous.
Please, leave me alone. I'll thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions. Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer. I will never forgive you. I will never...
It would be Mikula's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
I will never forgive you. For your trespass, you will know my
Oh, that's
poison.
mean. Sorry,
Why
Tholier.
did you mislead me? Such strength, but for what?
Now, where were we?
You are weak as a kitten and thick as two planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you? Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you?
And welcome back, Diomedes. No, poor Tholier didn't get a hit in. He has an interesting character design, but not very effectual. But he's described himself as that anyway, so it's on brand.
You must kill Mikula.
No, don't worry, I plan on it.
Grant him forgiveness.
Maybe not that pissed.
please, assuming you spoke the truth back then, what did St. Trina tell you? You are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing couldn't possibly be. Could it? St. Trina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. St. Trina, let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber.
Yeah, well, he did discard her first, so plotting revenge makes absolute sense.
You must kill Miguel. Grant him forgiveness.
And I think I'm finished with this at this point. I just need to make sure that Thalia has no further dialogue. There he goes. He should be quite asleep. I am stealing your flowers, though. I just noticed something red up there. It's the first time I've kind of seen that. I wonder if that's just a texture disparity. I know it looks intentional. I guess that's ooze. Or putrescence. Alright, so that takes care of that quest line. Ansbach's taken care of. Midra and Metyr are finished. I didn't pick up the incantation over by... Or not incantation, the sorcery. By here. Guess I could go grab that real quick. And then I didn't grab the thorn sorcery near Messmer's keep. But Messmer is our next destination. Not a lot of major bosses this one. Well, major in the sense of they drop remembrances. Not necessarily major in terms of plot. Well, I'd say plot too. And let's see, is this the way? I think it's a little bit further. Nope, that was the way. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Although I don't know if I have anything to actually... Oh, reach it. Sorry, marionettes, you don't see me. Although I guess I do have that incantation that might work. Excuse me, wolves. Let's see, because he should be in the top of this cave. Sorry for the lagging. Don't tell me I locked myself out of it by killing Metyr first. Or maybe I picked it up previously. 'Cause I thought I'd be right around here. The game does not like this area. Is it on the 4th floor? 'Cause there's a balcony you can drop down as you're progressing through to get the Thorn Sorcery. I don't think it's this one. This one would be too easy. Yeah, no, it's not this one. So this is the 4th floor. 7th, the loft. Let's go to the 7th and take a quick peek. I think if I work my way down a little bit, it might be that one. Let's see. This is where Freya was. Brother! Sorry. So that's the jumping platform. I think this just is the yeah, that's the lever for it. Oh, hello. Oh no. Ouch. Brute force it is. Did you come up from here? Or is he still here? Good, I think he's gone. I don't honestly remember what platform it was on. That's Freya. Ah, welcome in, Blaspheme. How's your day going? You, sir, were quietly reading. You don't have to stop. Likewise. Took me a second to realize your cloak's translucent. The entirety of me should be, but where I've got a dark background present, I'm actually coming a little bit more corporeal than usual. As I am your ghost host. You joined us right as I'm kind of going through the Shadow Keep, trying my best to remember where to get the Thorn Sorcery. Well, mainly a floating skull, yes. And this guy will probably do quite the number on me. Haha, the glitch worked in my favor. And you were too late to save your friend. Oh, I got that armor. That really wasn't worth the trip down there. Let's see. Don't really think there's a good way down from here. Because there's that long ladder. Don't really need the sorcery, but it's nice to have. And that goes to the lift. Let's see. I'll take one more quick peek through this area, and then I'll press on. I don't remember having to climb this high for it, but I could be mistaken. There we are. Almost there. Maybe this is the ledge. Shampoo and conditioned. There we go, got that one. I'm trying to remember the Maybelline commercial. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. In this case, the secret's probably it's a wig, so it's synthetic fibers. That or just a manifestation of the auras that go with it. Alright. So that gets that spell. I wonder if I should quicken. I will happily have the very much alive. That is a good thing. And as for the hair, it's just an accessory anyway. I think that's the gravity spell that I like. I'll have to try it and see. That will do me no good against the fight to come. I don't think he's susceptible to rot. He might be. Oh, my HP bar? Yes. As a disclaimer, this character is ridiculously leveled, and this is not at all a standard build. I decided to kind of treat myself through a... I call it a cheat character, but I obtained all the levels legitimately. I played through the base game a couple times to build characters to the meta so that way I could be co-op summoned. This one, I attempted to get it max level, but failed halfway through the attempt just because the rune requirement was so high. I'll show you the levels here in a second, just so you can see how sickening it is. Yes, the video game character fares far better than I do. And I very much think the VTubers along the same lines of, say, Sans, of where quite the glass cannon. It wouldn't take much to fell me. I think I'll just leave these for now. I don't really have a desire to do too much casting. And I don't think I'll summon the Mimic with it either, so I'll leave it be. Meanwhile, we'll teleport to the next one. The incantations weren't too bad to unlock. A lot of those are pickups, where you can just run around the world and grab them. But this part is the grinding. So take a look at these just ridiculous stats. Uh-oh, chat might be in the way for those. But the overall level is 441. And I've almost meet the meta, or the max, for most stats, like Vigor's 90, Dex and Intelligence are at their 80s, Faith at 70. Ah, and very true, Dottering, of where the joys of gaming is where we play as heroes, where we're just regular people. It's a different kind of escapism. And I'm actually missing quite a few incantations, as I didn't complete some storylines or other ones, but... Well, let's see. As loathed as I... Well... Can I get from... I thought I had to go through Messmer's chambers, but I may not have to. Is there a way down from here? Not that I'm purposely trying to avoid him, it's just I know that I will die quite a few times, as I'm not very good at that fight. I like it, it's one of the more cinematic ones, but I'm just not very good at it. Uh-oh, I've been spotted. Oh no, 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 no. No fire stuff. There we go. Took half my health bar, but we managed it. So you bounce all the way up. And that's the lift. I'm trying to get my bearings and I'm failing miserably. Because if you bounce up to the horse and the horns, it leads that way. That would certainly be part of it. As it took forever and a day to get to that level. And I think I mentioned earlier that I'm terrified of modding the game because I used to do a lot of co-op. So I did it all in the vanilla version. So it was quite the grind. Mogwin Palace is fantastic for it though. From either shooting the bird off the ledge or going through all the poor albinarchs. I think this is the way in. That leads to Gaius, because this is like the secret part of the castle. Let's go back to the 7th floor. I think I was just there, but let me double check. Because if not, I'll bounce across to the next piece. Or the more intelligent thing would be to do is go to Messmer's chamber and then work my way back down. 'Cause I haven't even opened the door yet. So I thought there was a way to get past this next part without having to face him. Because his chamber is a dead end. That's the main area. This is the way that I came in originally. Because you had to jump off of the horns. That's death if I decide to jump. I might have to look up how to get through the castle again, because it's been so long I've forgotten. That's where the spell is. There's not a lever in here. Because this is just the other side of the wall. And that leads back to the area I've been before. Oh, how many Souls games have I played? I briefly played Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne, and then Elden Ring. I haven't gone through the rest of the Souls series. I think I played Dark Souls 2 on its initial release, and didn't get very far in. And then Bloodborne I almost beat, but the Orphan of Cause got the best of me before my PlayStation died. And I just never replaced it. But how about yourself? Have you ventured through any of FromSoftware's titles? Or are there any games in particular you like playing? Or watching? Because as somebody pointed out earlier, sometimes watching streamers play it is far more fun than actually doing so yourself. Not that I need the summoning pool for that, but... Oh, that definitely counts as a Souls game. Although it is more of a rhythm game, still impressive to do so because of its heavy use of parry. What did you think of it? That's awesome. I always like to hear that people are having fun with the games. Very much so. It does have a significant learning curve. I'm actually going to look something up real quick, so I'm going to pause on my map for a moment. Of the bosses in Sekiro, which one was your favorite? I'm partial to the koi dragon slash the tree dragon. Just the aesthetics of that one. The snake that haunts you, though, or the snake that stalks you, though, that one's interesting. It reminded me a lot of, like, QuickTime events. Okay. So I think it's through the specimen storehouse. Those are good choices. Because if memory serves, because I think I've watched a playthrough of Sekiro, it's just been a long time. The Sword Saint and the Corrupted Monk have some of the more unique sword stances, where it actually feels like you're in a one-on-one combat rather than with a beast. Which is what I liked in this DLC, to be honest, of like Ranella, Midra, and Messmer are some of the best fights just because they're humanoid enemies rather than enlarged, grotesque things. Like the hippo is honestly one of my least favorites. This is the way out. Complete with an ambush, I'm sure. Yep. Ooh, that's not good. Ow. No spinning. A senseless death for no good items. Yes. I thought that's what it was. They tried to do something similar in Elden Ring with Gideon, but it just turned into be obnoxious rather than a challenge. And then, I'm trying to remember. Tears of the Kingdom, the latest Legend of Zelda title, also did something similar with the final boss there. Won't spoil it in case you're curious about it, but it makes for quite the challenge. Because he can parry just as well as you can. And these poor things. I really like that Messmer, or at least someone he commands, set up an infirmary, attempting to help these jars. But alas, I don't think it's possible to help them. Yeah. I really need an Iris of Occultation, because I have 2 of Grace. Oh, I didn't pick up... Oh, I can't until... Okay, I was thinking of Yolan But she's also one who needs the Eye of Occultation. Because it's Quelaag and Yolan that you get their weapons from when you deny them grace. Quailine? Yeah, Quailine. Rather than Quelaag. Let's see. That's the other hallway. Let's pop down here first. Sorry to step through all the viscera. There we go. That makes it even for a more fun fight, because it's stuff that you have used your entire playthrough and come to rely on, but then it turns the tables on you. That's a lot of fun. What are the messages here? Lies. Oh no. I'll have to amend that message. I'm trying to remember who made the animation, but I saw an adorable one the other day of where when you use tactics such as like healing or other things, it's fine. But when a boss does it, the player gets immediately miffed, like, hey, you're not supposed to be able to do that. And meanwhile, the boss just kind of crosses their arms and is like, well, you do it. Alright, lady. Nope. Nope to all of that. That is true. There is a disparity there, where the boss has so much more health. And immunities and other things that you just do not have. Uh-oh, there we go. And apologies for all the tearing on this one. I updated my graphics drivers yesterday, and since then, Elden Ring itself has not been performing well. I'm hoping they do another patch soon. Because everything else seems to be nominal with the system, but the one thing I'm actually streaming. And this gentleman at the end of the bridge can be quite troublesome. Oh, and I've got plenty of runes, too. The obnoxious part is, in co-op, sometimes you'll get summoned at that grace. Ow. You'll get summoned at that grace, and you have this long walk to get to this NPC at the end, and invariably you will get invaded on this bridge, and they use that to their advantage. So he'll rain hellfire down, and the invaders will get to do whatever dastardly tactics they want. Case in point. Alright. See if I can stun him. There we go. And that's another pity of when an enemy uses a, be it armament or spell, it's significantly better than when you get it. That spell is a good example of that. Because when he uses it, you saw how much it depleted my health bar. But when you try to use it in the overworld PvE or against other players, it just mocks you. And now I have a choice of, should I go through Raw or save that for our next session and fight Messmer here, or should I go through and try to get some more blessings before fighting Messmer? Because I'm at 14, which is a decent amount. It should be sufficient for Messmer, just my skill may be lacking. Because he's quite a challenge. And I think they're so far off, because that might be for continuity reasons best to save all this. Let's go back to the Black Keep. I think I'll fight him. Actually, let me go spin my runes first. But what to spin them on? I think my main weapon's already upgraded. Let me see what else I can do. I wish I could upgrade the armor too, but no such chance here. That's not the one I like. Just for funsies. With stats like that, he needs to prepare for me. I wish. But all of the best stats in the world can't save you if you're a terrible player. Which is kind of what inspired my both VTuber design and just kind of sense of the channel of take your average person who's just kind of meh and set them up against challenges, and that's what you'll have with me. Because I am by no means good at this. Although he does have a fun cutscene. I like Messmer's lore a lot. Part of me wishes they had done more with him. Like, did he interact with Miquella when he came here, or... There's so much left wanting of where he seems to be a in-depth character. As I genuinely believe this DLC should have been included with part of launch rather than DLC, just based on some of the content they have with it. There. That's a comfortable number to lose. I think of the boss fights so far, Midra was the only one I've failed against. Everyone else I've managed to do first try. But Messmer I think will take at least a couple. And I've killed the horn scent, so he's not able to aid me in this either.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Still got me on the back end of that. And this is gonna hurt a lot. Play with the mimic, please. How am I not dead? There we go. This doesn't bode well for me as much as I got wasted in the beginning there, but damage is good. Oof. So is his, though. His phase 2 is going to be a nightmare. Rocked Frost already.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light. No, mother. Forgive me.
Foo, indeed.
Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent shorn of light?
Probably a lesson in futility, but I'd try. And not even my mimic survived. Goodness.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
That's what I was afraid of. He does so much damage. And I'm not good at dodging him. So let's see. Welcome in, King of Shadows. How are you doing today? That kills upon felling. I'm doing very well, thank you. And yes, Phase 2, he does a lot of spamming of where he goes through at least 2 or 3 different snake-like forms of whether he either summons his familiar or himself. And then when he's not in snake form, he gets rather aggressive with his flame attacks. So he does a lot of aerials into AoEs. Does this make me heavy? It does. So in that case... I wouldn't be able to wield the shield. So that puts you in medium. And I don't think I'll be able to do a equipment swap fast enough. Take this off and put on something a little better. Because the Blessed Dew won't help me too much. And let's see, that's 2, 4, 2, 1. Doesn't really do too much there. I don't think I need this one now that I've moved the equipment. Excuse me. So, Kings of Shadows, how's your weekend treating you? This might be absurd, but I thought I'd try. Because this will at least make the Mimic a little bit more aggressive. The problem will be keeping him alive. That does such little recovery. I don't know if that would do much. Let's give this a try. I have no confidence that this will do well, but let's see. I never seem to dodge that in the beginning. That's probably death, because that was a mistake. Play with the Mimic, Messmer. See if I can get one of these off. Alright, not bad, but not great. We're trading too much there. And my weekend was going fairly well. We managed to defeat quite a few bosses today. Unfortunately, Messmer is going to be teaching me the error of my ways. Uh-oh. This is probably death. Yep. Ouch. I lived. I'm surprised. I'll be pushed into phase 2 here shortly. There goes that. And I just got robbed there. of me rather than mimic. Hell. Play with mimic. And this is death.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Yeah. Mimic did better that time. I think I need to delay summoning him, though. Well, I'm sorry to hear that the weekend's been tiring. Hopefully it has some sign of abating and improving. So I've got 65 poise. Defense is up. I think the health is a good call. Doesn't really do holy damage. And I don't have the higher Flame Drake one. Here's for it to improve soon, I hope. I wonder if the shield will be better than the Blasphemous Blade. Give us a little bit more fire resistance. Probably should go upgrade it, though. And let's see, do I have any spare runes? So those can be exchanged for currency. Yeah, I've got a few. How much will this get me? That might be enough. Hugh's prices are pretty good. Because the Blasphemous Blade won't do too much in terms of health regeneration. Because it's not on hit, it's on death. So I don't think I'm losing too much by not using that. I don't necessarily want to sell one of the big ones. Let's go through some of the little ones first. This should be sufficient. Almost. So I need quite a few more. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Maybe two of you. And that puts the negation up to what? Fire, oh, it stays at 63. Okay. So which is better? This says fire 63, fire 63. But that puts me in heavy load. I've already got the twin turtles on. Let's give this one a couple more tries, and then I may have to rethink my strategy. AKA go get more blessings, because he hits so hard. This is gonna hurt. Yep. This is probably death.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I think that was the worst attempt yet. I'm going to try this before entering, just to decomplicate the setup just a little bit more. It's maybe a mistake. Not as bad. Get the mimic there. Goodness, Messmer.
With the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer.
And this is one of the follies with this build. Because it is such a high level, aid is unlikely. So it's not like I could summon in either. What to do, what to do. Do your jump. Then get hit on the backswing of that. You stuck for a moment. Stamina regen. I need it for him. If memory serves, he actually has a pretty good resistance to Holy, so maybe this was a bad idea. I might switch back to the desk poker. Just thought this might be useful because of the AoE, but I may be mistaken. Nope. Or Mimic. I don't think the Mimic's gonna survive this. Alright, let's do phase 2. Let's see how bad I screw this up. Off to a bad start, I jumped prematurely. I'm in the jaws. There goes Mimic. And there goes my distraction. No follow-up? Alright. This is gonna hurt. I think he's got me. Yeah.
This creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
I don't think the sword is the way to go on that one. Might go back to poker or blasphemous. Although his fire resistance, I would imagine, is pretty high too. But I don't think holy's the right way. And I wonder if I can do some chip damage by being a spammer. Let's see. And that's not a chance. That one won't work against him. That one's risky because that's at the jeopardy of my own health. I don't have the Glintblade trio. And must have left that at Insis. I don't think I'll be able to get off the frost. So I've got the poker on. Nice talismans go. Oh, no. Put you in phase 2 while you're in the air. He's on Mimic. Me. This may be death. I don't think so. I might survive. Let's see. If I can heal fast enough, maybe. He can dance with Mimic for a little while longer. Uh-oh, that may be bad. No. Oh no, this may be death. Oh, let's see how bad I get shish kebabbed. Alright. I had to resort to cheating, but a victory is a victory. Oof. Get my non-existent runes back, just to remove the marker from the map. Alright. Well, that got the heart pumping a bit. As expected, Messmer was no joke. I had to resort to some dirty tactics to get that done, but we have accomplished it. put my stuff back to as it was. I'm trying to remember what I took off in the process. I think I had it set like this. So I think that should take care of that bit. And what I think I'll do is I will save the Ancient Ruins of Ra for next session. And let's go ahead and call it here, because I don't think I'm going to get any higher point than defeating Messmer. I do want to take a moment to thank you all for joining me for this stream. I've enjoyed talking with you all, and if you just lurked in the background, likewise, your company is always the merrier. I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day, and an even better tomorrow. Take care, and hope to see you soon.